Oh, hey, we're here. Hey.
Trisha was. Oh, hold on one sec. I hear you, but I need to move your. Dan, you're gonna have to. Okay, wait. I see it. Okay, one second, Jeff.
Dan, my man, my favorite. I love all the nice things you said about me so far. I'm really enjoying the show.
Have you been
Can
listening?
you guys see me?
Dan, which one's?
Of course I'm listening.
Okay.
That one right there. Click that. Yeah.
Okay, we see you.
Listen to all the episodes.
Okay.
I love this show, especially the one with Scott. I mean, this one was interesting to hear you guys tear me apart, which I get. I'm here to learn today too. I'm not just here to voice my.
To be fair, I feel like we were being pretty. I'm always been pro Jeff. I never thought you were creepy or slimy in the group. Of all the people, I'm like, Jeff seems to be the least problematic of the group. So I was just a little shocked to see your video, I guess, because even when we talked, you seemed very normal and like, I don't know, just not.
That's
I don't know.
great. Then I guess I could start this off with an apology. Can you guys hear me good?
Yes.
Is it the mic?
I can hear you. You're fine.
Up here. This is So I could start this off with an apology. I apologize for calling you crazy and not validating your opinion. I know the Starbucks thing has become a meme now, and I got myself a Keurig, so I won't be having to go down there anymore. And I talked about it in the video, but I did a shitty job. I said I'm bad at this stuff.
Well, okay, let's talk about something specifically. You said a bunch of times in your video that Trisha is the reason you're in this article. Did you read the article?
I didn't want to pay for the paywall on it.
Yeah.
Paywall on it. No, listen. I don't want to make any jokes. I just have a sarcastic tone. Like I want to be clear that I'm here.
So, do you acknowledge that it wasn't Trisha just saying that?
Now, after listening to you guys addressing the article a bunch of times, yeah, I understand.
So you really didn't read the article, or were you joking?
No, listen, so I'll start from the top. And like I said, I'm not here to discredit the victim at all. And I want to make that clear. I'm just here to explain my side of the story. And the reason I'm even coming on here is because I genuinely feel like, there are some misunderstandings here, and we could just clear it up if we talk it out. And, it's tough because you guys just picked me apart, called me dumb.
Yes.
And, the chair is, you can't see it, but I'm sitting the cool way,
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah. These actually, I could send you the link after.
That's fine. But Jeff, let's try to remain somewhat serious here, because I feel like you're trying to charm me with your humor.
Charming, yeah.
Okay. I feel like, first of all, let's just acknowledge you kept saying in that video that Trish is the reason that the article said that you got alcohol. The witnesses, two witnesses there said that you came back with Todd with alcohol.
Yeah. So let me start from the beginning. When I first got reached out to by Insider, the reporter, I immediately I was like, oh, what is this? My name in an article with Dom and sexual assault? Like, I'm going to call right away before I had the facts straight. This was 3 years ago. So, stupid move. You're right. I'll give it to you. That was dumb to call a reporter when I don't even know.
But I don't think she mischaracterized you either. So I got to stop you there a little bit too.
Okay. So when I called her, she referenced that she heard from, at first I said I 100% didn't buy the alcohol. You heard that in the clip.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on in the clip, she said, oh yeah, but I have a video that I heard from Trisha that you said in a barbershop that you admitted to buying alcohol with Todd for these girls. And I was like, I do make fun of Todd for his drinking problem all the time. So that is possible that I said that. Todd does drink whiskey. But if this is in a barbershop video that was years later, how is it tied to this story here? And this is on paper. Like, I did record it. I have her saying that Trisha told her that there was this barbershop episode.
But you made this video after the article came out. So I don't understand.
No. This barbershop episode.
No. The video, your response video, came out well after the article, after everyone had dissected it. So I don't understand that anecdote. Who bought the alcohol? Did you and Todd go to the store to buy the alcohol?
No, 100% no.
But you said Todd had bought whiskey for himself.
Yeah.
Well, look, I could speak for myself, and I didn't.
Okay.
I know.
Go ahead.
I can't speak for anybody else.
Did Todd
I'm not
buy
here to
himself?
defend
Did
anybody.
Todd buy himself whiskey?
No, to my understanding, Todd didn't leave the apartment, and I know the girls say this, and it's so tricky because I
Was
don't
there
want to
alcohol at the apartment?
There was alcohol at the apartment.
Okay, there was alcohol at the apartment. We don't know where it came from.
I mean,
did you know the
truthfully,
girls were underage?
No.
You said in
My
the phone call
understanding,
that they were either 20 or 21 years old.
Yeah, to my understanding, yeah.
So you did know that some of them were underage?
Well, it's 20 underage for drinking.
Yes, that's what I mean by underage.
Yeah.
So you were aware that they were underage drinking alcohol there?
I didn't know which ones were drinking.
Okay.
You know.
Right, that's fair. But
like I got to be honest, like I tag along for these videos and I know how it looks. I saw your guys' videos where you broke down that vlog and I would love to go through it because you know, this situation was 3 years ago, so I don't want to come on here and stutter and sound like I'm in a lie because I don't know. I don't remember the story exactly. This was over.
Well, I'm assuming you had time to refresh your memory by now. If you're going to go out and make that whole apology video. But let me ask you this. You say you were there for 15 minutes. Do you stand by that still?
No. I was there for probably 30, 45, but I did go home. I didn't stay.
Were you there the whole night?
No.
So you say you were there for 30 minutes. So can he see this photo I pull up, Dan?
If you do a screen share, you know how to do that?
Well, you can look at the stream, I guess, if that's possible. What I have here is a photo at the end of the night taken at 1:18 a.m. from one of the witnesses, one of the girls there. It has in it all of you guys outside, Todd, you, Jonah, David.
I don't see the photo anywhere.
It'll pop up on the stream. And then what you see here is one of the girlfriends holding up Hannah, who was the victim, because she's blackout drunk. You can see her here being held up right here. And all of you guys there. Now,
still don't see it.
So it'll be there in a moment. So what this proves, and then I'm assuming you were there when the girls arrived. They arrived around 11, so that means you were there for 2 hours.
Okay. To my recollection, I wasn't there for 2 hours.
This photo is timestamped at 1:18 a.m. This was given to me directly from one of the people.
And you're sitting next to me at the vlog when me and Jason are still there. We vlogged later that night at about 11:30 a.m. saying we left.
Yeah.
And it's the end of the night, and that girl's clearly
being
held up.
So this is after the attack happened, right? And so according to the account of the events, she was puking and clearly very, very, very intoxicated. And you guys are all there. So I have a hard time believing that all the guys there, including you and David and all you guys, didn't know that this girl was like borderline blackout.
Well, I certainly wasn't there when they were having sex.
Well, sure, they were in a private room. You weren't in the room when they were.
No, I wasn't even in the apartment.
So you were
at all.
So you left and then you came back at the end of the night?
I guess I did come back. Yeah.
Oh.
I know, as ridiculous as it sounds, but I live down the street. My apartment is literally a block away from that apartment complex. So, you know, Trisha, you know how things go with David. He's constantly calling you to film stuff and redo stuff, redo takes. And at the time, like, yeah, I regret being a part of that video, of course.
But if you saw her blacked out, why wouldn't you say, don't post this? Like, I mean, you say David gives consent to everybody. Everyone's like, oh, David says whatever everyone gives consent to. Why would you not post that? You're 30 and these girls are blacked out. You're standing right there with the girl being like held up.
I mean, at the time I was 27, which is not an excuse, but I mean, I don't remember that. I genuinely don't remember that.
It's like a group of fangirls are given alcohol. I was like, we need to leave. I'm not the brightest tool in the shed, but I just thought, okay, this is clearly...
I did leave, too, around the time after you left. I did head out. I went home, and I possibly came back.
And then when you were, like, looking in the room, you said nobody was in there?
No, I didn't say that. I said I watched him go in the room, but at the time, nobody was drinking, nobody was kissing, people were fully clothed, and we were pretending to see stuff.
So later on, the author of the article was given a video by one of the witnesses of someone asking David, "Did you see them?" And he said, "No, Dom locked the door." Are you aware that Dom locked the door? Were you there when Dom locked the door?
I didn't get that far into it. I was already gone. I was gone by that point. I didn't stick around.
So
people are in and out of that place. It's. I know how it sounds like it's somebody's house, but that place is more looked at to David as like a. I mean, Dom lived there, but at the time, David looked at it as more of like a set where he would just pop in and film, and we would all be in and out of there. And I never really knew too much. I wasn't a part of the planning of any of these bits. Like I said, sometimes I'll suggest ideas, but David would rarely use my ideas.
Are you guys like all in a group chat about this? Because it's so weird. You're so blindly defending them when they're like David's at fault for the most of it, and Todd has his own issues. When you're not really at fault for any of this, but you're going so hard to just prove I'm crazy, Kat's the worst, and instead of like blaming David who filmed this, who corroborated all this, who was there for the entire thing.
Well, I can only speak for myself, really. I talked to Todd, and genuinely, he told me that he didn't buy the alcohol, and alcohol was there. Their girls drank. I didn't see them drinking. I wasn't there for that. But again, this is so long ago. It's tough for me to really bring this all together and, play it out. Like things were moving fast at the time. We would bounce around and film everything, just constantly trying to get stuff. So even with David, I don't know his story. I haven't been really talking to anybody really lately except for Todd. I asked him, like, what's the deal with the situation? Because I don't remember. And, I know that I would never buy alcohol.
I believe you.
Yeah.
But truly, I believe that you are innocent and that you didn't create any of this situation. I believe that you.
I wouldn't come on here and talk to you two because I know you guys are masters at picking things apart, which is and you're trying to explain.
Well, I don't think your presence is evidence that you're innocent. I mean, that's kind of a.
If I had anything to hide, I would not come on
I
here.
agree, because I do think like David doing a 2-minute apology, like even when you called me, I was like, wow, that's like, because you're saying, oh, is he trying to manipulate you? I was like, I don't think so, because like you really didn't have anything to apologize for me for. But I do think like Todd, you say yourself, if people are silent, they're guilty. Todd and David just being silent for so long until something so serious comes along where you're all losing brand deals. Todd doesn't do shit, so he's not losing brand deals.
I'm not here to stick up for anyone. They can speak up for themselves.
Well, what I was going to say is I don't think you're directly guilty of anything, but what I do suspect is going on is that you're withholding information that would incriminate some of your friends.
I'm definitely not withholding information. I genuinely do not know. I don't know how the alcohol got there.
But even seeing that passed out girl, like you don't like what's like you just hung out there and you guys were like, oh, this is cool. Like what?
I left, and to my understanding, some of the girls were 21, and like people can get a hold of alcohol. It's not that hard to get. It's not that tough.
But
to
a
get
girl being blacked out, especially a fangirl, like you wouldn't. It's just like it seems weird.
Yeah, but I had no part of it. I have no part of that. Like,
but so just to be clear, your story is changing now. You left after you were saying 15, 30 minutes, and now you're saying, well, I did come back at the end of the night. Clearly, based on the photo.
Yeah, I guess.
The story's changed a little bit. So at what point in the party did you peek into the bedroom?
Like I said, we live in apartment buildings. I live in an apartment in Hollywood, and Dom's apartment or ex-apartment where he used to live.
I
is across the
understand.
street.
Yeah, you guys are neighbors. So what point during the party did you peek into the bedroom and pretend to see them having sex?
I mean,
so things happen fast.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like in the video he says it wasn't happening, but after some time and convincing, we got him going. So it seems unlikely that in the first 30 minutes people would be in that bedroom already. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when I peeked in the room, it was all just pretending to try to act like we were getting something.
So the girls pretended to go in there for the vlog?
The girls were in there, but nobody was kissing, nobody was drinking, and nobody was on each other.
So was it a setup, though? You're implying that it was a setup.
I'm implying it's a setup. I mean, I don't give a shit. I've talked about this before. I've said how David sets up a lot of his bits. I think he says it himself. It's like
so the girls went in there and pretended to hook up with Dom. You're saying because that's a different 100%. Account than what I've heard from everybody else. Yeah,
to my understanding, yeah, that's how it happened. And these girls responded to Dom's Instagram story. that, you know, he was asking who was going to come have a fivesome or something with him, something, you know, crazy. And then they came over there, and then I don't know if they wanted to film. I know their plan was to be in the vlog or film that. And again, I don't want to take away from the victim, because as I'm like explaining this story and trying to like voice my innocence, I feel like I'm genuinely taken away from the scumbag shit that Dom did. And I mean, that's why I'm here. Like, I'm here to voice.
I feel like, so if I'm believing your story that you left and came back, I feel like you're trying to excuse David a lot in your video as well. But the fact that there's almost no way to excuse David if you believe the girls, right? You believe the girls. You're explicitly saying that. So how is it that you can say that David didn't do anything wrong either? Because he was there the whole time. If I'm to believe that you left and came back, he knew that the girl puked. He knew that the girl was blacked out.
I mean, I can't speak for anyone else, but I to my understanding, I think David left too. I think everybody left, and then
they all came back and saw the girl blacked out.
That doesn't make any sense, Jeff.
And decided to post the vlog the next day.
Everybody left.
And look, I'm telling you,
everybody left and came back for a photo at the end of the night.
I'm sure Dom and a few people stayed, but I think
I have this photos of you guys at the end of the night. How is it that
probably should have touched up on this with other people to get the exact story straight, but I just
everybody what story straight, the truth or not?
And that's Dom's apartment.
Yeah, no, like actually what happened, because
here's everybody at the end of the night.
100% do not remember. I mean, I know if I saw what they're saying.
It's the elevators at Dom's apartment.
Do you feel bad about the joke you made about like, hey, they look 100%,
good? Of course.
Yeah.
But why would you? I just don't understand why you would even do that. Like, it's so incriminating. Like, if you knew that this would look bad, why would you even be a part of it?
Or I mean, look, we're all humans, you know, we all make mistakes. You know, I'm not sitting here like bringing up your guys' stuff that you've done.
Yeah, but I own up to it. Like, shit I've said. Like, you can't. You say you're 100% innocent.
I'm owning up to it. Yeah,
You're not. You started your video by saying I'm 100% innocent.
I'm innocent to the allegations of I supplied them alcohol that got them loosened up to be raped. I'm sorry if, you know.
Whatever.
Censor that, Dan. I know you.
It's live. That's fine. Yeah. We're not here to mince words.
But you like continue to support Dom after this, and you knew his VidCon stuff, you knew this stuff, like you knew that there was bad shit going on when you saw that blacked out girl, and you still put him in your videos. Like, I just don't understand how it like all of a sudden now. I knew some
bad stuff was going on, and I distanced myself from Dom. I recently deleted the video, and I'm getting heat for that. I mean, I don't understand that, because that's like what anybody would do. That's what Netflix would do. Like you know, like
I have no problem with you erasing the Dom videos. That's what David.
I'm trying to avoid, you know, any. Like online.
But, so do you understand how it looks a little insincere? Like, okay, I understand you're defending yourself, saying you didn't supply the alcohol and you didn't know this was happening. I believe that. But to come out and say you're 100% innocent, that feels to me insincere.
To those allegations, I'm guilty by association, because I was there and being a part of that, and I'm fine with that. Like, you know, I'm here to tell the truth.
But I think that's a big thing. I am too. I've told it. I said that too. I'm guilty by association for being dead. Even the little bit I was there, like it's not a good look. And like you should at least take. I think that's the thing. All of you and you guys all group each other and you say we. No one takes accountability, and you guys think you do nothing wrong.
I've said it. I've said that like I talked to you personally offline, and you know I told you that I stepped away from Dom a long time ago. I haven't seen Dom in over a year. Even when I was texting him, I don't even know.
Why did you step away from Dom?
Just because I heard stuff. I don't know the exact stories.
Did you know that the victim
referred to the text? I did not know about the text.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely did not know about that text.
David knew about it.
Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, I'm not up David's ass like every, you know, like I have my own shit going on. Like that's something that I doubt he wants to tell everyone.
Yeah,
that is going on. You know, I know that he took the videos down and distanced himself from Dom too. And, you know, keep in mind, we all play exaggerated versions of ourselves. It's like, I wouldn't say characters, but like everybody has their thing. You know, David, when he met me, he had found out I had been arrested, and that was like what he made my character kind of, you know, and whatever it is, what it is, like, I was okay with that. But Dom's character was this dirtbag, dirty Dom. And, I don't know how much is real and what's not. I talked to Dom off camera, and he didn't seem like as intense as he was on camera. Like when he gets into those like real scumbag bits that he would do. And look, to David, who's a 21-year-old kid, that was his friend that he went to high school with, I believe. And I guess he thought that was cool at the time. I was never a fan of the sexual bits. I didn't like them too much. I don't think they're funny. I don't do them. I make videos too. I don't make jokes like that. But it is what it is. Like we all benefited from David and his videos. So it was, it was our. I mean,
do you have anything to say to? You characterize the author as you say she acts like she's doing the Lord's work, but she's really just trying to make money. Do you feel like that's a fair characterization?
Look, I'll be completely honest with you. The focus here, to me, is on Dom did a serious crime. He needs to go to jail.
That is the focus of the article.
The victim, I feel terrible for, and I in any way that I could help, I would love to, but I like in this situation, I don't know what to do.
Do you feel it was a fair characterization to characterize the author as a liar who's just trying to make money?
I think so. I think what she did was wrong by putting my name in there with the story.
Have you read the article?
I have read the article afterwards, yeah, in bits and pieces, yeah. I mean, I read the parts with my own name in it.
You have not read the entire...
I can't speak for other people, so, like they need to handle that on their own.
So you haven't read the whole article, is what you're saying?
No.
Okay. Because I feel that her characterization of you is very factual and straightforward and mild. So when you say to her, you're a liar who's just after the money, you're questioning in the you're questioning in the validity of the entire article. And I've seen a lot of people taking your video that way.
I look at it like this. We're all, this is all of our jobs, right? What you're doing now is your job. What I'm doing now is technically, I'm here explaining myself. Is this a criminal case or is this a...
I don't think you...
No one's pressed charges or anything yet.
Okay.
I don't know.
So everybody is now, I mean, you have ads on these videos. They have ads on their videos, and their insider has a paywall, and there's a lot of money being made off of this story where something horrible happened, and the guy who did it is not in jail, and we're all just making content out of it for entertainment now, it seems like. And I'm the only one who did not monetize my video. And
so
mine's not monetized either. My David ones are never monetized. The stuff about you has never been monetized.
I didn't know that. I respect
that.
The
fact that people are making money has nothing to do with the validity of the article. We're all working, like you said. So for you,
I think she didn't put the entire story together.
Based
properly.
on what? Based on what? You didn't even read the article.
No interviews but mine, and I didn't even remember the situation because I called immediately off impulse when I saw my name attached to something disgusting. So I called up immediately, and
She said you denied being involved. What more do you want her to say? When two witnesses who were there say that they saw you come in with alcohol.
She said, then she referred to a video of Trisha.
That was not in the article.
Trisha referenced.
That was not in the article.
It was in the article.
It was not in the article.
It was in your conversation. It wasn't in the article because she couldn't find the proof of it.
The reference to the barbershop conversation where
Jeff,
that was
no, she did that was in our conversation, but she didn't put that in. That's what my problem was, because I said to her, yeah, that conversation, she cut her clip right off when I was about to say, you remember that recording you played earlier?
Yeah.
At the end of it, I said, yeah, Todd likes whiskey. So I made fun of him in a barbershop. This is where she cut.
No, you're wrong, dude. You said in the clip that I was playing, you said that he does drink whiskey.
I said, he does drink whiskey, and that's where she cut. And right after that, I said, but that was in a barbershop episode that was filmed 2 years after this situation.
But the way you said, I don't think that delegitimizes everything. She said, is it possible Todd brought alcohol? You said, I don't think so, but he does like whiskey.
Yeah, because there was whiskey there.
So how is she mischaracterizing you?
Because the way she worded it, it implied that I was covering my own ass, but saying that Todd did kind of buy it, but I want to protect myself, which is not true.
So why did, but Okay, we're arguing semantics, dude. That's not enough to
Because overall, people, even the stuff in your video, people weren't accusing you of doing anything other than like, I heard that you went to go get alcohol. The girl said you guys brought back alcohol. That was it. That was the extent of your accusations. No one said that you did anything wrong with the girls or anything, which is why I was like surprised.
She specifically told me that Trisha told me that you and Todd in a barbershop episode.
That wasn't it.
On
yeah, but that was not in the article.
Buying the alcohol.
Yeah, she never like put that on record.
That's why I said Todd likes whiskey. That's the only reason I even referenced it in the article.
Well, does Todd like whiskey?
Yeah, Todd loves whiskey.
Okay, so there you go. And you said it to her, and she put it in the fucking article.
But the way she
So how are you going to justify putting her name out there and calling her like some liar who's just money hungry? That's just a dishonest. That's just not a fair characterization.
Well, the story here is, to me, the problem is Dom. He's the one who did the essay here, and
David.
I think David.
Yes. Very much. Also, David.
My understanding, David had no recollection of this.
Except the tag. Come on.
He filmed it. He was there with the limped out girl. He went back to get the closure of the thing.
He got the text message a year and a half ago. He removed the video.
I thought he faked the shot the next day of that.
Yes. And so when did this happen? When did the assault happen? The girl, you're in a photo of the girl after she was assaulted being held up by her friend drunk, dude. All of you guys are there.
And you also posted it.
I mean...
if you really didn't know and you see a girl like that, maybe don't include her in the vlog. Her face wasn't blurred in the original vlog.
I don't control that stuff.
Okay, but David does.
Yeah, David literally controls that. Look, I'm not trying to make you incriminate your friend or anything. I'm just saying, I think the way
I'm not the guy that's going to speak up for David.
Okay, fine.
You don't have to speak up for him, but don't defend him. You discredit me. You say, oh, it wasn't David, it's just Dom.
You did. I apologize for discrediting you. But look, in all fairness, Trisha, like we've met a few times in real life, and I mean the first time we met, you flashed me, like this, like one of the time, maybe the third or fourth time I went to go see you. I didn't go see you. I was in the car with David and Jason when they drove to visit you in the hospital. I don't know if you're comfortable talking about this, but...
Which I just don't know why you were there for that. I don't know why David was there for that.
They just wanted to rush to see you, and I was with them. We were out vlogging and trying to get content.
Okay.
And they rushed there to get there as soon
Also,
as
the flashing was consensual. Don't make it seem like I just exposed myself to you guys. I'm like, he's like, do you guys want to see Trisha's boobs? Don't act like I was just like, here's like my boobs. That wasn't... They asked. We asked permission. It wasn't like I just did that. Huh?
Maybe David asked. But
you guys, they asked you guys. I wasn't gonna just, anyways.
I would never ask to see Jason's girlfriend's boobs.
No, you didn't ask to see them. He said, "Can Trisha flash you?" And you guys were like, "Yeah."
No, Trisha, I would not. I would never. I remember in the video, I was like, please do not. It's
just like you came back.
It's you. Right. It's about that you're my friend's girlfriend.
Right.
And then, the time at the hospital it's a serious thing. You're at a low place, and you look much better now. But I didn't go in there and see you even. But I'm just saying, from those times, I stayed out in the lobby, and I just tagged along because they wanted to rush there and get.
But why discredit me in these? What? Because I flashed you because I was in a hospital. Now I'm not a credible source that I didn't.
Because you were declared 5150 that night, correct?
Because I overdosed. You get 5150 if you're attempted suicide.
Yeah.
It's not because I'm crazy as I try to kill myself.
So then when you started making videos and stuff about Jason, I only heard Jason's side of the story where he tried to avoid any contact with you at all because you were suicidal. And
we fucked for 4 months after I was at Coachella. I was at the house in Coachella. How do you think I got down there?
I didn't know this.
You think I just showed up?
At the house. I heard you showed up at the house, and you just popped up. I can't control what everybody like. This is just what I hear.
You're discrediting me by witnessing this because I try to kill myself. You're like, well, just try to kill herself, so don't listen to what she has to say.
No, I'm apologizing for that. I'm apologizing for discrediting you. I'm just explaining why at first I did discredit you because after that, then the Starbucks situation happened, and at that time, I didn't know. I know you guys had a nasty breakup. You drove your car into his house and stuff like that. So I just didn't want to be involved. And I saw you, and I left because I didn't want to have an interaction with you at all because of all the stuff that had happened afterwards. And that's just me being.
But do you think that's why
Right,
I corroborated the story when I got reached out to for comment? You think I'm doing this as like a vendetta?
At the time, I did, yeah. I thought that.
But take me out of the article. These two girls still said you were the one who supplied the alcohol. So if I never gave a comment, it would still have the same story that you supplied the alcohol without me involved. But your only line of defense is to attack me.
Well, it was because the article had a story from you saying that it was a barbershop episode. That
Not in the article.
It wasn't in the article.
Well, that's what Kat said, and
It's not in the article, dude. You'd think you would read the article
You also. Okay.
before making a whole video. Anyway, listen, we're talking in circles a little bit. I just want to get finally on the record. You don't apologize to Kat for what you said about her in your video.
I want to know what Kat's objective is. Is it to get the girl's story out?
Yes.
Because you were such a small part of it. You were literally 2 lines of the whole article. So the fact that you made this video blew my mind. You know, when you apologize, like, oh, that makes sense. You know, you were involved in some capacity, as was I. So you're scared as anybody would be. And then you made this video attacking me and Kat, and I was like, but that's not the issue.
I'm always skeptical of these articles that come out with clickbait titles.
It wasn't a
and
clickbait
they charge
title.
Money. They charge money for it. And again, I don't want to discredit the victim here, but it's like there is money coming from this. Where is this money going?
Everything,
what
dude.
are we doing to help? I know.
Am I led to believe that nothing in the New York Times is credible because they charge money for the newspaper?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Should I believe that nothing in the New York Times is credible because they charge money for the newspaper?
Well, I look at it like this: if you are speaking on a case of a sexual assault, and your goal is to get the story out there for the victim, to get her story out, and you link it to a celebrity, and it makes a lot of money, I think you should use that money and give it back to sexual assault.
That's up to the insider. They can't. But dude, that's a ridiculous case. You can't, as a functioning journalistic newspaper, they can't set up an escrow account and start donating to the victims of every article they cover. It's just, it's such a reach.
I felt guilty for being a part of this, and I went and donated to a sexual assault charity.
Good for you. I'm happy you did that.
And I'm just trying to.
Why can't you just say that and let it be? Why do you have to like attack me and Kat? Because that goes a long way. If you're like, this is something disgusting I was a part of, more than Todd has said, more than David has said. David didn't even acknowledge her in the apology. You've done more by donating, by talking about it, by making a video about it. And if you just
that's what I wanted to come on here to do, and I thought that we could talk this out, and we could find a way to use our platforms to help. And in any way, if it's just like when I tried, you cut right before I shared the article about Insider and how I actually feel about this. I've talked with actual sexual SA victims, and I didn't spend time reading this specific article, but I did my research, and I feel like I'm trying to learn here in this situation. My guilt is only by association in that bit, just by going over there.
Again, I think you're, from what I can tell, a good dude. I don't think you're. I understand that you feel bad, and I believe that like you didn't have anything to do with the events as they unfolded. I think the intent of the author was to first of all talk about Dom, first of all talk about David, how he enabled it, and the culture of the entire vlog squad, which unfortunately you are a member of, how it all acts to enable this kind of thing, which I don't know if you've been following, but there's more and more videos of girls saying similar stuff happened to them like this through the Vol Squad. Now, nobody's directly saying you did anything,
everybody
okay?
under this
but I'm just saying that like
umbrella
this
is
whole
now going down. But like I'm, for me morally, I feel like I'm completely innocent, and now this whole thing is crashing down. And I understand it's because my name was put in this by this reporter, so that's why maybe I have.
But the vlog itself, your association, even if it was a joke and you guys were faking it, like you should have sponsorships taken away for you, like peeking in on someone having sex that's not consenting. Even if it was a joke, it doesn't look like a joke.
I did not peek in on them having sex.
Or faking it. You faked it.
I faked peeking in.
Why would you do that?
What's the difference to the viewer?
Make mistakes, Trisha. I mean, why have you guys done the things that you have done? We make mistakes, I'm not going to get into detail.
That's fine. I'm happy with you owning the mistakes. I just don't understand why. Listen, I hear you. I'm sorry for all the things you're going through and everything. I hope that you can just push forward and everything's going to be okay with you. I think that you don't deserve to be canceled, and I hope that you can just keep doing your show, and I know your fans are going to keep supporting you, and I hope that, in time you can get through this and stay strong, and this doesn't destroy your career. I don't think that it will. That being said,
look, before I end, I just took a minute to think about this situation with this reporter. Yeah, I understand she doesn't run Insider. I apologize for putting her, I threw that video together quick, and I just felt like I was being accused of these things. I had my mom texted me. She was worried that my name was linked in this stuff, and I was just like, it was impulsive to put out a video like that so quick. So there were things that weren't perfect in it, and you just chewed it apart. But I don't even think we got to the part where, oh yeah, you did. I apologize for putting her name, her Twitter up, because I wanted to send people to attack her. That was wrong, and that came off wrong, and I apologize for that. But as far as the wording of the story, I would have appreciated it if it was a little bit better, but it is what it is. I guess that's why you just don't talk to reporters, and that's why nobody's speaking but me. But I felt that if I came on here and just genuinely talked from the heart, that I would be able to show that I am a good person. I had nothing to do with the sexual assault. I had nothing to do with anything that happened inside of that bedroom. When I peeked in, it was a faked bit, and the sweaty part after was a setup shot after the next day. And I mean, that's my story. That's from 3 years ago. That's what I remember. And I can,
well, I think from what I can tell, I agree. I think you're a good dude. And like I said, I hope you get through this and you're okay. But
what is the goal here? Because for me, it's to try to help sexual assault victims. Genuinely, that's genuinely what I'm here for. And
what you're doing when you question the motives of the authors, you're basically saying that there's no article that could be about this that would be acceptable to me because they're making money. I was just saying that
if there was a paywall on it and you wanted to get those clicks through doing it this way,
dude, they had lawyers. David's lawyers were threatening them nonstop. They have.
I don't know. I don't know this stuff.
Well,
you act like I'm with David every day.
Well, it's in the article. If you would have fucking read the article.
Okay, Ethan.
I just think I was just more of I just felt really bad that you were discrediting me because it wasn't even about me. I just think I don't know why. I apologize
to you so many times for discrediting you. I'm sorry for saying that you were crazy.
No, I know, and I appreciate that. I think honestly, just taking it because like you said I'm guilty by association, and that is a huge thing. I've been guilty by association many times. And I think that's just a big thing. I think closure. I think just people just admitting they did something wrong is a big thing. And then of course, you saying that at the end of the video is way more than anybody else has done. David, Todd, anybody. So I'm all for you. I told Ethan when you sent me the thing, so it just caught me off guard this morning.
I also told Trisha
the video
that
looks really bad. Would you guys mind pulling up the video and we could go through that?
Which video?
The actual vlog, the deleted vlog.
Sure, fuck it.
Would you mind?
Because I don't mind. We're here. I feel like we've given you hell.
We might as well dissect it. We've given
you hell, so I might as well just let you fucking call.
I appreciate you saying something. I appreciate you calling me.
Can someone link me that video or highlight it?
This would be a cringe fest because I'm embarrassed of how I look in this. I saw it, cut together in many videos I've been watching, especially your guys's.
Jeff, if I could just talk to you before you made that video, I would have told you, just say, I'm sorry. I regret being there. What happened was horrible. The fact that my name's even associated with something so terrible is it's humiliating and awful. I'm donating to this. I'm removing all the videos with Dom. I made a horrible mistake being involved in this even a little bit. I didn't get the alcohol, but you know what? There's confusion. The witnesses, something that you continue to ignore, say that you returned with the alcohol. Maybe they're wrong. Maybe they're not remembering it right, Jeff, and that's fine. But they say it, so you keep passing the buck. Oh, it was the reporter. Oh, it was Trisha. No, it was the witnesses that were there said you came with it. Now, let's say maybe they're wrong. Maybe Todd got it. Maybe you came in and Todd got it, whatever. But there's that's it. That's all there is to it.
I hate to discredit anyone here in this situation, even the friends. But knowing that I didn't get the alcohol, it's like, how can I even listen to?
You can't, dude.
I can't discredit anyone because it's literally just.
Well,
I mean,
you can go through your bank statements from 3 years ago, or go to the AMP
no,
and
I
check
said,
the security records.
I said, what do you want me to do? Go through my bank statements. There's no way that I can prove that I didn't get the alcohol.
Exactly.
I can tell you that I didn't buy alcohol. And I got sober. I had a friend that passed away, and around the time I was drinking heavily, and I quit drinking completely. And I used to have a podcast with Scott, and I would talk about how I don't support, like I try to help people out with alcohol problems and stuff like that, but I mean, that's regardless from this point, because there were people drinking in the place. And
working on that, Dan.
Yeah.
You also told me you distance yourself from like David and them. You're not really like in the vlog squad anymore.
Well, I was in a bad accident, so I've been recovering.
Was that in Utah?
Quarantine, stuff like that.
Your eye was in Utah?
Yeah, I don't really want to get into that.
But it was a David bit, right? It was for a vlog?
I don't want to get into any of that stuff.
Okay. I've got the video. How do I share this with Jeff so he can watch it in real time?
You have the ability to screen share now.
What is it?
It's the video that you wanted to watch.
Okay.
It's of the footage of the party.
You bring your mouse to the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
I can't see. Is this one?
Yeah.
Okay. And then it's this one.
Double click right there.
Okay.
Can you see out of your eye, Jeff? Oh, he's gone?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, he's here.
So you're fine. You're not blind. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but you can see?
I mean, I don't want to talk about health stuff, really. This is about
Okay.
the victim and not about me and my own personal life.
Jeff, can you see the video?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play it.
These girls over to have a fivesome, so hopefully I have a fivesome tonight.
Oh, this is weird.
The girls walked in and they were like, "Is this the guy we're having the seventh with?"
I have to let you guys know, I don't really know any of
I mean, immediately I know I'm not being the one accused here, but immediately even there, you see it. I'm not really, this is not a bit I want to be involved.
Well, sure. Nobody's saying that. Right?
you, just so you know.
Get the fuck out of here! Get her out!
You guys are the only ones for me. I don't talk to any other girl.
After a couple minutes of talking,
we've blurred the girls, by the way, if anyone's wondering. Yeah, the girls are blurred.
I thought my eye actually was really bad.
No, they're blurred out.
it was clear there was no fivesome happening tonight.
Called it.
Yeah. Oh well.
I mean, look, for here, if you stop it, even here, like Trisha, I'm sure you understand this. We drive around desperately looking for bits, and like here, the emotion in our faces is like, okay, let's get the fuck out of here. This is dumb, you know.
Yeah.
But again, this is all refreshing my memory because I came on here to just talk to you guys about it all and just be honest. So, I mean, yeah, I guess you keep rolling. So you left that.
I'm down.
But by some stroke of luck and master negotiating, Dom made progress.
What do you think David meant by master negotiating?
What do I think he meant by that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's pretty clear. I guess he's trying to sum up a story in his vlog with voiceover to shorten everything.
How do you convince someone to have sex with you in the matter of the course of the evening?
The girls, I mean, I don't want to discredit anyone, but they answered a DM that was, you know, basically an ad for.
Yeah, but that doesn't, dude, that doesn't mean that they consent to.
I agree. I take that back. It's,
I mean, the fact that they answered that doesn't mean anything more than they just wanted to hang out with some celebrities.
Yeah.
So what do you think it means that he negotiated his way to sleep with them?
Oh, this part right here was staged. That we were walking into the room, and then I was over there looking into the room. This was staged.
Same day or different day?
This was the day we were there, you and I.
Okay, I'll keep playing it. But there is alcohol. Some time has passed. You guys, David and Dom and the girls were there for 2 hours.
Years old or something like that. I mean, he could have alcohol in his house. You know, Dom lived there, so you know, it's not like
but drinking was happening. I don't know why we're watching this. I feel like it's kind of pointless, to be honest.
Okay, we don't have to. It's fine. This part is cringy.
Well, unless you have something new to add. Do you have something new to add? Is there some specific
No,
part
I just wanted to get through this and get through the whole story, and just, maybe I can refresh my memory and stuff.
I'll go ahead and watch. It's not that much longer.
Yeah.
We just need to get in there and do a
I'd
head
rather
count
just
for the
wrap it
vlog.
up. That's.
You want to finish the video or you want to wrap it up?
I'd say we fucking wrap it up.
Okay.
Because it's disturbing, and I'm sure it's triggering.
So, listen, once again, I want to reiterate. I don't wish ill for you. I really don't. I think you're going to get through this fine. I know it feels bad and it's traumatic. I feel like you did Trisha and Kat dirty, and that's basically it. And I feel like you're covering for your boys. That's about it.
I mean, I can only speak for myself. They have to cover for themselves.
Yeah, I think Trisha made the best point too. It's like you're misplacing your anger, I feel like. You know what I mean? The person who put you in this kind of situation was not Trisha or the victims or the reporter.
I chose to roll along and and be in the vlog. I wanted to get more jokes done, more videos done. It's our jobs. But yeah, that wasn't the plan at all for how that went down.
Of course. I understand that.
And I think that's like somewhat of a success. People think I'm just trying to bring you all down. It's like, I know as someone who's gone through some shit myself, as anybody has, like, closure is a big thing. Taking accountability and saying like, hey, I fucked up, I'm sorry, including David, Jason, whatever. And this is such a minor thing. Like, you just saying it, like, I fucked up. Like, to me, that's a big thing, because nobody in your group, that's why I'm surprised you're even doing this. Like, when you were supposed to be on Impulsive, I know everyone's like, you can't go on Impulsive. Like, everyone in that group, I know how it is, because when Josh went on it, he got ripped apart. So the fact that you're on here is like
I went
somewhat
on Impulsive recently.
You did go on Impulsive recently? I didn't. What?
I mean, I'm gonna open up, and I'm gonna like be clear on what's going on in my life. I've been in a dark spot for a while now, and I didn't plan on coming out and doing any of this. This set's halfway done. I wanted to wait for the right moment, but these allegations, and once I saw that email, I just impulsively called that reporter right away. And I should have done research. I should have read more. I should have read more of the article. I only cared about myself to clear my own name. So I apologize for that. But it's like an umbrella of the vlog squad, that if David does something wrong, then everybody goes down. And this is one person who's in the squad now that's done something horribly disgusting, and he dragged all of us down too. Because, yeah, of course, it's shocking when you get a phone call with somebody you've been partnered with for years and you had a great relationship, and now they're asking you that they want to end their partnership because of something so disgusting that somebody else did that I had no idea about. I genuinely had no idea about until I got the email, and then I started asking around, and then I found out what really happened, and it's just been a rough couple days. I'm still getting my thoughts together.
I understand. Listen, I totally get it. I wish you well. I really genuinely do.
I mean, Jeff is the most successful without David, so that's why I was kind of surprised, because you're kind of always been your own entity. So I was kind of like, to me, again, I still feel like you're hiding some things, but not just to cover your guys, not anything else.
That'd be you now, Trisha.
Huh?
And you'd be the most successful without David now.
Oh, well, thank you. I'll take it. I mean, I definitely crashed after, but I think, I just appreciate you talking.
I mean, look, we all we all make mistakes.
Yeah.
And look, you've made some mistakes, but look, you're doing good now.
I made a lot of mistakes. I've made tons of mistakes, and I always own up to it. Obviously, going to Jason's house, I am meth. I've owned up to. I don't try and sugarcoat it in any way. It's my bad, and it just is a thing.
Yeah.
But
Ethan's made a bunch of mistakes.
Hey.
Dan's made a bunch of mistakes.
We're not here to talk about that.
Talking shit before. Dan, there's some places in that TikTok boxing match. I heard you're a TikToker, right?
Oh my God.
Wait, what's he saying about Dan?
You're gonna box Dan?
I'm issuing
He's issuing me a boxing challenge.
Oh.
No, I am not a TikToker. You seem to be confused.
I didn't do my research.
Maybe
whatever,
Jeff
Dan.
Dan, you have a TikTok? No.
No comment.
It was the hair. It was his hair. It was his blonde hair. I thought he was a TikToker because he had his hair dyed
that's
blonde.
AB. You want to fight AB?
He's thinking about
AB.
AB. I think,
Okay.
yeah, you're a little
Listen,
confused.
I wish you well. I appreciate that you were willing to come, call in, and subject yourself to this abuse. So
Yeah,
I don't
thank
think we've
you.
abused them. I don't
you
think.
guys are. You guys
Well,
are.
I use
tough,
that to
and you're pros at this.
Well,
You know, you guys should be.
you-
I feel like at this point, this should have been a criminal case, and it should be investigated by.
well, it might be. It's a fresh story.
I think a lot of times girls are scared. Most people are scared. That's why they don't come out with it. Up until recently, when like Big Nick, Seth, I think other people are coming out now because they're not as scared of David's power, which he had a lot of power. People saw what happened to me when I left. You know, everyone thought I was crazy and I was, tossed aside or whatever. So people were scared. But I think more people come out now because,
Yeah, but that's not always the case, and I can speak for that. Like the group, sometimes people choose to leave, and sometimes people are they genuinely do something wrong. And I've seen some people that have, done something wrong and taken advantage of David's name and went to accuse him of stuff afterwards.
you think that's me?
I'm not saying David's perfect. No, I'm not saying that's
Oh.
you. You're fine on your own. You and Ethan got a great show here.
I was like, I didn't do that. Yeah.
But like, for instance, I mean, I don't want to spill the beans on too many people, but also I can't just make an accusation and not back it up. Fuck it. Should I say it here? Do you guys want dirt or do you want it?
Yes.
Yes, tell us, please.
Give us something.
Fuck. I mean, it's a guy I don't want to have beef with.
Who is
And
it?
I shouldn't say it.
Go
Brandon.
ahead. Go ahead.
No, it's not Brandon.
Go ahead.
I can't think of any others. Zane.
No, it's Zane.
Go
I don't
ahehave Jeff.
beef with. I'll wrestle Zane.
Jeff. What is it?
No, I've seen you have people on the show here, and not to discredit the other situation with the SA, but I know Big Nick came on here, and I mean, I don't want to have fucking problems with Big Nick, but yeah, he was caught doing some sketchy stuff, and I'll just tell you the story. We had like an Easter egg hunt vlog on. You see, now I feel like a rat, and I came on here to do something different, but yeah, fuck it. I don't even want to tell a story because it's like, yeah, it's not even my.
Do you want to
business. I'll let
complete
people
the thought because it might be misconstrued
No, I don't want to.
now.
I don't want to throw people under the bus. I came on here to just voice my concerns for the victim and say my
Okay.
innocence. in the
So I
situation.
think we've said all that we need to here today. So
Yeah, I don't.
I
want
wish you
problems for
well.
anybody.
I think you're going to be fine. You're going to get through.